What up, mongrels? Right, first time in about a month since I've been out, which is an eternity for me. I'm not going to bang on about why, but I really ain't been up for it. If truth be known, I'm not feeling it tonight either. But practice what you preach, Lee. Wind in your face, sun on your back, billion-star result. There is zero benefit of moping around feeling sorry for yourself at home. So I'm going to now take a walk, show you odds and sods. There are views for days over this side of the Isle of Wight. Simple tarp shelter tonight, kipping on the floor, because, you know, I like waking up like I've been wrestling a bison. So, yeah, you know, the dulcet tones of Martin are soon going to play in the background. I'll give you a couple of shots of crap that I see. I'm no David Bailey. Let's get into camp and set up. I need a brew. You know what I mean, you bastards!
They sat together in the park as the evening sky grew dark. She looked at him and he felt a spark, a tingle to his bones. 'Twas then he felt alone and wished that he'd gone straight and watched out for a simple twist of fate. Walked alone by the old canal, a little confused, I remember well, and stopped into a strange hotel with a neon burning bright. He felt the heat of the night, it hit him like a freight train, a moving with a simple twist of fate. A saxophone someplace far off played as she was walking on by the arcade, as the light burst through a beat up shade where he was waking on.
So, if that looked like a ball's ache, it's because it was. I normally have a spot over there, but the old mountain bikers have been through and cut a path straight through the middle of it. They've got to use the woods, haven't they? I'm on a bleeding slope here, so I've had to make a little bund for myself there. A lot closer to the path than I'd like to be, even though it's not going to get used. And the ground is unbelievably loose here. Pegs keep pulling out. So what I've done, I've attached my other tarp to the back. Prevailing wind is coming towards us. When it comes time for night, I'll peg my other tarp out, go to bed that way. Not going to need it for now. It's not howling, it's not freezing. What I do need is a cuppa. I'm going to wait a little while until I get my bed set up proper with me inflatable mat and my sleeping bag. Cuppa is priority. Onewind, tarp tent type thing. As you can see, loads of room. Loads of room. Lovely jubbly. Getting dark, isn't it? Oh, where am I? There. I've got my airbed out now, and I've been sent to try the Flextail Gear Tiny Pump 2. Now the first one was brilliant, and one of the things I really liked about it was the fact you could hang it as a light, and it was a good little light. This one comes with a translucent nutsack to go on the top, and look at that. I'm really liking that for ambient light. I need to turn it off because I need to pump up my airbed, and we all know how quickly it pumps up an airbed, but I am liking that mucho. Let's turn off my filming light. That still gives me enough glow to record with. Don't know how long it'll last, but you just pop it off and you got one of them. Happy days. Let's see how long it takes to pump up my mat. So let's see how long it takes to pump up my mat. Still unbelievably loud. If you change the pump from that side to that side, it sucks all the jippers out and all. You can see how quickly that's pumping. Yeah, damn sight quicker than the other one. And the light is better. Oh, I nearly fell over. Look at it go. Flextail Gear, Mini Pump 2, happy days. Hopefully my airbed will stay inflated all bleeding night, so I don't feel battered in the morning. Nice cup of char. Bloody hot one at that. Definitely the right decision coming out tonight. Yes, I can feel my worries drifting away. I've got no worries, I never worry about anything. Quite a chilly one though. What we looking? Says getting down to about 2 tonight. Already feels about 2. And that breeze is just enough to, yeah, let you know it's cold. Proper chilled though. No boost tonight either. Bugger. Bad Drillsley. Got some burgers to knock on in a bit. I mean, Wild Camping International little frying pan, that's done wonders, that thing. Just hope I'll get a night out of that airbed, because it sort of half let itself down last time I tried it, which is annoying because it's only its 3rd outing. Being very, very careful with my head torch, because this chair's melted, my trouser leg's melted in the pocket, and I don't want that going on the mat, because that'll definitely melt. Melted it. Great little light that. Happy days. Waffling to you boys and girls, both of you. Right, I've got my challenge coming up in May. Fingers crossed I'm speaking to a company that's going to help us out, because it's a doozy. I can't say too much. I might put the tracker back on me again, but I might not, just in case certain people I don't want to know where I am, because I'm that important. Honest. All will become clear once I sort out the equipment I need, because last year's challenge cost me a bleeding fortune, and I ain't doing it again. I don't mind chucking out a bit of dough, but that was ludicrous. So this one, hopefully I'll get a loaner of the kit I need. And yeah, I know it's all cryptic. I'm not letting you know anything. I should let you know stuff, but I can't let you know. I'll let you know nearer the time. Oh. It's good to be out, genuinely. Need to get more elevation this year. trouble is, my local woods, their tree fell in there. Their tree fell in here. One of my other spots is had Herberts down there that have absolutely trashed it. I've not been down there recently to try and clean it up. I really need to. Some of my other spots are absolutely boggy as hell. And yeah, not exactly spoilt for choice on this beautiful little island. That's a lie. You can kip anywhere. There's edges everywhere. But, ayo, I've really got to learn to shut the flip up, because I am just talking shite. And I don't give a monkeys. I'll let thee know if anything interesting happens, which I'm sure it won't. Well, nothing too exciting for dinner tonight. Got me some burgers on my homemade stove. I love the sizzling. And the eating, you know. You get it? It's because I'm fat. Happy days. The stars are out in force. It is proper nippy. And I'm loving life. My burgers are cooking away. Might even make myself another brew in a minute. Living the dream. This mat's definitely going down, which is going to be a very cold wake up. But hey-ho, never mind. I'm out, which is the main thing. And it is a beautiful night. Barbecue sauce on one, sweet curry on the other, bit of meat in between some bread. Simplicity itself, innit? Oh, I've only cut one open. Burgers are on the go. Another flip or two and they're done. And then it is on to another cup of coffee. Because it really is quite bloody cold. As you can tell by the way my fingers ain't working. Oh, I do love a sizzle. They are all but done. Can't believe how bleeding cold it is. And very, very starry. I reckon you'll be right. You on now? I'll just go and dump the fat far, far away to stop any critters getting me. You can tell it's proper cold because, oh no! Oh no! I proper just trod on me burger. Oh, full blown trod on me burger. Bit of boot jibbers never hurt no one, did it? Good eating. That's a leaf. Sorry about breathing heavily directly into the mic. It's got a mouthful of dirty, muddy leaf. You can tell it's cold though, because My GoPro's died. Keeps turning itself off. Only does that when it's cold. Meat in bread. Can't beat it. You don't want to listen to me chomp that close to the microphone, do you? Might bring you back in a bit. Oh, fully stuffed up. Ah, lovely strong cup of coffee. Might even set me bed up early, you know. Get that star lapse of time to kick in. Because it is a beautiful night. As I keep saying, about the 4th time you've heard it in the last minute. I've got a new guilty pleasure at the minute on YouTube. I keep looking at what they call them. Like in America, they're First Amendment auditors and free speech auditors over here. And I've got to say, for the most part, the people that do the audits are proper aggravating bellends, but they're correct in what they say. And it is astounding to see how the law isn't being followed by the law enforcement. But I've got to emphasise, most of the people that do it, I'd want to nick them, to be honest with you, but they're still correct in what they say. Give them a look. Let's have a look, one of the decent ones. Power to the proletariat, he's not too aggro. Reggie photo is quite funny. That's about it, really. That's about it. Is that a dog? A fox or what? Something's barking. Right. There seems to be 3 torches down the bottom of the hill. I can't tell if they're coming closer or further away. Some loud voices. So I might have to use up some of my 5 minutes of fighting left. It's not late enough for it to be weird that people are out, because I'm out. I did hear dogs barking, and it looks like they're heading in the opposite direction. But I don't know. All the paths are windy and bendy. I'll keep my ears open. If I hear twigs and that snapping nearby, I'll turn the camera on so you can see me fight. But it ain't a 2-minute walk to get here. It's a bit of a yomp, which is a little bit concerning. Anyhow, I'll keep you updated. Right, hopefully this will work without it dying in fucking 10 seconds. Yeah, quite an event-filled night. I'd say about an hour of people walking around, same people. Went a massive great big loop all the way around me. Probably on a dog walk, nothing nefarious, don't think there is for a second, but it got to the stage where I had torchlight shimmering on the back of my shelter. Luckily, it's a very discreet shelter, got me back to a fallen tree. Yeah, glad I didn't have a fire on the go, because that would have been a bit of a nightmare. But it ain't my woods, I ain't the only one that's allowed to use them, am I? So hopefully I'll get my head net on so I don't get any slugs in my mouth, and it should be a non-eventful evening. I'll get a podcast on the go. Hope no one nicks my GoPro, it's got a night lapse going at the moment. Happy days. Not really a lot to report at the moment, so I will probably be seeing thee in morning. Cue night lapse if it worked. Forgot about a simple twist of fate. Morning. It's 5:30. My air mat is flat. I'm busting for a lag and I feel like I've been beaten up. I need to sort something out straight away, which will be the wee. Then I'm going to come back and start packing down. And a brew. Definitely want a brew. Lovely cup of char. Proper brass monkeys out. I'm half packed away. Yeah. Not a comfortable night, not going to lie to you. But it was definitely the right decision to come out. It's cleared me head, cracked me back, and although my old, wrinkly, knackered, tired, wind-beaten napper says otherwise, I'm refreshed. Welcome back to the fold, Nobby. Just keeping a little bit warm and illuminated with my bloody, what's it called? What's it bleeding called? The blower. I don't even know its name. I could look, couldn't I? Have a look at the beginning of the video, it's on there. Still pitch black. Yeah, I'm gonna have a slow pack up and hopefully catch a sunrise or some shizzle. Walk out when it ain't quite so pitch black. Not gonna be a lot to see at the moment because it's dark and I've got a slow pack up to do. And then find a bin for my air mat. 3 trips that lasted. I'm really having no joy with air mats. I think I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and get an expensive one. I just don't want to buy an expensive one for it to pop after 3 trips.
He woke up, the room was bare. He didn't see her anywhere. He told himself he didn't care. Pushed the window open wide. Felt an empty lust inside, to which he just could not relate. Brought on by a simple twist of fate. There is the ticking of the clocks, and walks along with a parrot that talks. Hunts her down by the waterfront docks, where the sailors all come.
Right then guys, it's starting to get a little bit lighter now. As you can see, no trace left. As bleeding always, I've got quite a bit of a yomp to my car now, so hopefully by the time I get there I might even catch a sunrise. Still might be a little early, but it's brass monkeys, so yeah, I'm going to get walking. My nose is dripping. I'm sure I had a couple of tent pegs that I can't find, but I've looked everywhere, so I must have packed them. As always, been a pleasure having you around. Might be a bit of B-roll, so hang about to the end. Channel's dying on its arse. Look a brother up, like, share, subscribe, or don't. Great to get out. This fresh, crisp morning is beautiful. Everything's beautiful with me, apart from me. Or am I? Until next time, ta-ra.